Hi everyone, Fabian here. In this very short video, we're going to go about talking about how you can create a new project to go along with the samples. In my samples that I have, I just start with a project already there. I start with a story, I show you and I do the walkthrough, but I never show you how to get it set up. And I had a conversation today with two MVPs, Lewis out of the UK and Kat here in the US. And they're low-code developers, and they're trying to get into pro-code work. And basically, the starting point was a little bit fuzzy. So this is a short video to show you how to do that. So whether you're in Windows or on a Mac like I am, if you're in a terminal and you have the .NET .NET SDK installed and the CLI, you can do something like .NET new minus console. To test the console application -n for the name and give it Lewis and I was going to say Lewis and Clark, but it's Lewis and Kat. Oh, that's cool. And this is going to create a new folder inside the repos, and it's going to create a project already there. So if we actually do ls now, we can actually see that we have the Lewis and Kat right there. And if we do a cd into Lewis, and if you do an asterisk, you'll find it because it's just the only folder there. And I do code dot. This will take me actually inside that project, and you'll notice it already has a CS project file there already and a program.cs. One of the things that you're going to need right off the bat that is not included inside my my samples, because we're using a .ignore file, is the appsettings.json file. And this basically is going to hold all of your secrets that you can actually use in via a configuration to get into, or you can hard code it inside your program.cs file. Oftentimes, I'm working either with Microsoft Graph because I'm writing or reading information from MS Graph, which is basically data from your M365 tenant, and I'm using more than likely OpenAI because that's just easier for me to use. It's only 2 items. It's just a key and the model ID, and I have a paid subscription, so I get all of the latest models and I get things quicker before it comes to Azure. But if you're using Azure OpenAI, it's a little bit different. You need to provide the model ID, same thing as you're doing down here, but you also need to provide the deployment name and also the endpoint name, which is basically in your subscription where you have your Azure OpenAI set up. Once that's done, then the next thing you need to do, which is a really quick way of starting off, you notice that there's nothing inside here, but a nice cheat way of getting this done is if you basically want to just hard code everything, you can actually come inside here and just copy this. This basically gets you your semantic kernel and your OpenAI. But if you really want to start doing things like login, and if you want to do HTTP client, which you may need, if you're going to be doing certain special calls to the outside, you come here, you copy this from out of my settings, and you basically go back and you paste it inside here. And once you paste it inside here, you have access to all of this information here. Web utilities for HTTP client, configuration settings for your appsettings.json, identity if you're doing Microsoft Graph, login if you're doing login, and all these semantic kernel and NuGet and the JSON file. So you come inside here. If you want to test that this is working, you can basically just new up a terminal and do .NET restore if you just want to check it. Works, everything works, and .NET run, and if you do .NET run, it should come back with a hello world because that's basically what's inside here. So it shows that everything is working, and now inside here you have all of these extensions. So you can see inside that all of these extensions are now, so all of these libraries are now here inside your bin folder because you basically pasted it inside your project file. You could do them one by one by doing a NuGet add package, but this is just a cheap way of getting it if you're using my samples. Hope that helps. Thank you very much.